2017 was a year packed with new melee weapons in Warframe. So let's take a look at them. This is my melee weapon ranking amongst those released last year. I am Deuce, and thanks in advance for watching. All of the melee weapons released last year were considered for this list, with the exception of the Sigma Noctantis, since I don't have it yet and shows way too much promise to judge it on face value alone. Also, event-exclusive weapons and those that can't be farmed in-game at the moment were excluded as well. That being said, let's begin. Number 15. Prisma Obex. A barrel weapon, this hybrid melee is an improvement when compared to its predecessor. The problem with it, and by extension with all of the sparring subclass, it's their reach. In a game where dealing with large enemy groups is the priority, a weapon that focuses on one at a time will always be seen as a disadvantage. Number 14. Croaker. This is a decent weapon. Its primary damage type is slash and can be used as a hybrid, although its attack speed and reach are nothing to write home about. But investing resources in it is simply a waste of time, given the fact that you need 2 to craft the double version, which are a lot better. Number 13. Endura. There are 2 things that somewhat save this weapon from being completely useless. Its stance mod and the fact that it can function with condition overload. That aside, its low critical potential and reach are very big downsides. Still, it features a very good attack speed, but if you're looking for a rapier, in my opinion, its twin sister, the Destreza, is simply better. Number 12. Koga Prime. Fun, fast, and it has the potential to hit really hard, but as with the Prisma Obex, the problem with it is its low reach. Still, you can argue that this is the best sparring weapon in the game, at least damage-wise, but in my opinion a disappointment in the end given the amount of farming it takes to get it. Number 11. Gundo. A great critical melee. If there was ever a weapon that needed a melee version of hunter munitions, is this one. Still, critical-only weapons in the category suffer from lack of scaling, and the Gundo is a clear example of that. Still, it has a great reach and is one of the default choices for Adaro focus farming. Number 10. Casawar. The other side of the coin when compared to the Gundo. You can see this as a less powerful lesion. Still, it was designed to be used with condition overload, which is not bad at all, also sporting a decent reach, but by the time you're done investing resources on the Casawar, chances are that you can already build a lesion, which is an improvement. Number 9. Gunson. First of its subclass, the Warfans. Flashy, pretty, with a lot of potential, the Gunson is a clear-cut example that stance mods can make or break melees in this game. Sadly, its only stance mod currently turns a weapon with an amazing potential into a clunky mess that seems more worried in looking cool than in doing its job. Number 8. Archetytron. This hammer has the highest base damage of all melees in the game currently, which is quite an accomplishment. But this is also one of the slowest weapons for the category, and that is a problem. Still, in the hands of the right Warframe, such as Harrow, Valkyr or Volt, this weapon can be a devastating hybrid. Number 7. Jackknife. A critical melee, you would think that it suffers from the same problems as the Gundo, but this is the flip side to the Gunson's stance problems, since the filed Snapdragon saves the day here. Able to force slash procs with it that can also scale up thanks to its amazing critical capabilities combined for a pretty good melee, even though the Mios, its hybrid cousin, remains the better of the whip blades in my opinion. Number 6. Volness. Garros Hammer has a lot going for it. The fastest of its subclass with an impressive reach and viable for hybrid building. This is a weapon that pairs well with condition overload, and having a subpar critical multiplier further encourages building around it. Its low mastery requirement is another strong selling point for new players. Number 5. Omma. The Dutch Granny is in my opinion the best Tomfa currently in the game. You can force some slash procs with its stance mod, it has good base damage and can affect large areas because of its competent reach and some special mechanics. Also, this weapon can be a decent condition overload user given the fact that its damage is 100% elemental. Number 4. Twin Croaker. This is the reason why investing on the single one is a waste of time. Fast, viable for a hybrid build, but if you own Carving Mantis modded for Condition Overload, and the result is an amazing weapon that deals a ton of damage while forcing some slash procs in the process thanks to the stance mod I just mentioned. Overall, a devastating pair of swords. Number 3. Nami Skyla Prime, the swords of Captain Puddle himself. The Nami Prime is one of my personal favorites, a Condition Overload beast with the best reach amongst its subclass, and an impressive attack speed on top. One bad thing though is its low base damage, which is not the worst or hinders the weapon in any capacity, but still can be seen as some sort of downside. The Nami Skyla Prime not only looks cool, but it's also very good at what it does, one of the best in the game. Number 2. Sylve and Aegis Prime. A critical Condition Overload monster, this beauty is good at almost everything. Its reach is decent and has a good attack speed. This weapon's strong suit is its versatility, being able to adapt to every playstyle, somewhat underestimated since its mastery requirements puts it up against some of the game's most revered weapons in the category. However, it's a recommended pick for me, has that looks/power combo and boasts the highest damage absorption in the game when blocking with it. Number 1. Saw. I'm not going to name a specific saw, but suffice to say that these can be the best machetes, the best swords, the best daggers, the best rapiers, and stand tall as some of the best polearms in the game. Truth be told, if you want a decent one, you will need to farm Eidolon like a psychopath, but the effort is well worth it. The level of control that you can have over your crafted saw stats is unprecedented, not to mention that this is a system designed with an intent to cater to every taste when it comes to melee building. This is why I consider the saw melees the best additions to the category last year. 2017 was not the best year for melees in Warframe, nor the worst, but if there was a word to define it, that'll be choice. Plenty of new and exciting weapons, ranging from critical specialists to Condition Overload status hogs to hybrid all-in-ones. Although I don't believe the queens in the category were overthrown, 2017 brought plenty of choices for those who don't like to just play the metagame and still feel as powerful as if they were. For my part, this has been all for now. If you enjoyed the video or you found it interesting, please consider giving it a like. Don't forget to subscribe for more Warframe content and follow me on Twitter to keep up to date with everything. Wherever you are, have an amazing day. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.